Hello. Oh, fuck. I just made my phone fall. Sorry, everyone. Right. Hello and welcome. We're watching some more Backrooms stuff. Some I've already seen. Shout out to I Tobes, who told me about the Backrooms level 69. That's not actually a joke name. It's an actual legitimate level. Stop being immature. Right, we're going to watch a bunch of videos. I'm going to try and watch as many... right, so we need to explain... Right, we'll watch these three here.
Hey guys, so I found this game called Hair...
And guess what? You can shut up. Hang on.
Backrooms objects explained. Liquid silence. Let's get into it. Imagine this. You finally no-clip back into reality and escape the backrooms. You run home and you sit down to finally relax and watch some TV, only to turn on Netflix and realize that you haven't paid your monthly subscription because you've been stuck in the backrooms. That would be terrible, right? So wouldn't it be nice if there was a way to make
I feel like the Backrooms have like this alternate thing where it's basically like, if anyone's seen the world Narnia, basically if you go into the cupboard to get to Narnia, basically that reality just pauses time. So you may be in there for like a century or something. As soon as you walk back out, you may have aged in Narnia, but in the actual thing, you haven't aged a bit.
money with literally no your mom for money, because who wants to do that? So how does it all work? Well, it's actually pretty easy. All information is shared to sites like Best Deal sites, so they can compare prices from around the world. And while they're
He's
doing
wasted
that,
5
you're getting
minutes of
paid
the
just for
fucking video.
So liquid silence is an extremely dark and extremely vicious substance that's made from the remains of scream eaters. Scream eaters are pretty much ghosts that wear a cloak, and they're made up of purely liquid silence. Cool. A large amount of liquid silence can induce crippling fear into anything or anyone in a 30-meter radius. That's terrifying. But the thing that makes this substance so unique is its ability to absorb and store sound. This makes it really handy for a ton of different things, which we'll talk about later. Every particle of liquid silence is its own pocket dimension, and each of the particles can store the amount of sound relative to its size. So some particles can hold more sound than others, pretty much. About 1 liter of liquid silence can contain about 191 decibels of sound, which is about the same amount of sound that happens when a grenade blows up. Nice. Once an individual particle of liquid silence is full, it will lose its ability to absorb any more sound. This liquid reacts to electrical currents in a really weird way as well. If you apply 1 volt of electrical current to liquid silence, its pocket dimensions will instantly collapse, releasing all of the sound they have stored in them. But once you take the electrical current away, the pocket dimension will restore itself back to normal. If the liquid silence dries up, it'll transform into a powdery substance that kind of looks like charcoal, but it's like really grainy, and it clumps up more than charcoal does. And even the powder still has the ability to absorb and store sound. Cool. Now for the weirdest part of liquid silence, I think, and dry silence, I guess, is that it seemingly has the ability to induce irrational fear to creatures and humans in its vicinity, which, like I said earlier, is about 30 meters from it. If there's enough
So, like he said in the video, the mass video that we watched all together, basically, put this thing in your water pistol, like the picture he showed us, store it in there, and literally you can turn it into a fucking... I'm gonna say flashbang, but I have a feeling it would be like a flashbang with the effects of, like, when you're tripping on, like, when you've smoked weed and you're tripping the fuck out. But only it's fear tripping the fuck out. You see what I mean?
liquid silence there, it can be powerful enough to induce full-on hysteria on anything nearby, and even the smallest amount of it can cause you to get this uneasy feeling. But these abilities disappear somehow after the substance is made into something else. Now let's talk about the many uses of liquid silence. A really cool one is when you combine this liquid with metals or other materials during manufacturing. It'll cause whatever that product is to be completely silent. That is so dope. So you can mix liquid silence with rubber and make shoes that make no sound when you walk. This, of course, would be really nice to avoid you know who. Liquid silence
That's
is also
insane.
used a ton in glove manufacturing in the back rooms because this makes you have the ability to touch anything and not make a sound. So you could literally slap a wall as hard as you can and it wouldn't make any noise if you were wearing a glove with liquid silence infused in it. The mixing of liquid silence with
Wait a second. Is this video hinting at the fact that if I wore an all-black suit, I put liquid silence on like some sort of like metallic, like or metal stealth suit, I could go virtually invisible and unhearable, detectable? Well, technically I still can be seen. Imagine if you know how you can wear, like, in GTA 5, there are those weird night vision helmets. Imagine if I was just wearing one of those and I was rocking up with one of those. That would be nuts.
Metal is also a hugely important thing in the back rooms. You can make crowbars and other melee weapons that don't make any noise when you're using them. So you could be breaking down a door with a crowbar infused with liquid silence and it literally would not make a sound. Or if you're fending off an entity, you could be completely silent. And on top of that, this substance makes metals have a dark black tint to them.
Ooh.
Which is so cool to me. Imagine just walking.
Satan would love this. And also, okay, right, now this is going to sound nuts, but is this hinting at the fact that if I put this liquid silence on a gun, perhaps, would it be basically a more effective silencer, but only a chance of 0% of it being heard? Oh my god, imagine if you put that on a minigun. Oh my god, the mess.
Around with like a pitch black sword that doesn't make any sound at all. Nice. You can even create firearms and ammo with liquid silence
Told
that
you.
make a silent gun. That would be so overpowered. Now back to dry
Yeah,
silence.
you can murder people without being
Or the
detected.
dried up version of liquid silence, but dry silence sounds better. So dry silence is also an extremely powerful explosive. 89 liters of this dry silence is equal to about 1 ton of TNT. You can store dry silence or liquid silence in a Smiler canister, which is like an infinite bag, I think. And you can keep it on you at all times. If you want to blow a bunch of stuff up, you can, or you can use it if one of these is charging at you. Now, given how much cool stuff you can make with it, obviously it'll be extremely rare and highly sought after. Like I said at the beginning, you can only get it from Scream Eaters, which are extremely rare entities themselves, making it even harder to get. And one Scream Eater only has about 40 to 50 liters of pure liquid silence. So you're gonna have to kill a bunch of Scream Eaters to get even a good quantity of it. And normally the people in the backrooms who have it are in really large groups, who then turn it into weapons and dispense it throughout the backrooms for everyone else to use. It's kind of wholesome. But I would really want them to make me a sword with liquid silence infused in it. Please, that's literally all I'm asking.
Mate, you're thinking about this with the wrong mentality. Instead of using melee weapons, you need firearms. I get the fact that you like swords, but oh no. Rocket launcher with liquid silence. Oh, that's gonna be so fucked. Oh no. Liquid silence with... Oh no, that is... Although, the thing about the minigun, though, is that you have to hear it when it fires. Because if you... It's basically the equivalent of putting a suppressor on a minigun. You don't do that. Partly because it will make you go blind, but yeah. Right, that's what's
And yeah, that is it for this Backrooms Objects Explained video on liquid silence. This is easily one of the coolest things I've covered on the channel.
Yes.
This is just so cool to me. So I hope you enjoyed hearing about it. Thank you all for your support so much. It genuinely is just crazy to me. Thank you all so much. And thank you to all my patrons for supporting me.
He's gonna thank everyone, and I understand that. Right, so basically... right. Right, I'm going to end this video here. I'm going to do it in separate parts because last time I tried doing a video like this, I ended up taking way longer. So, yeah, I'll be posting this one after the previous video gets uploaded, and I'll see you guys then.